Hi everyone, thanks for joining me today. So for our card project today, we are going to be making these two cards. They're both are very quick and easy to make. So we're going to start with this card here. And for this card, we will be using the Forever Fern Stamp set from Stampin' Up. And then for our sentiment, we will be using the thanks from the set, the Artistically ink set. So we will be using the thanks for that. And then for our colors for this card, we have Misty, Moonlight, Fresh Freesia, Old Olive, Pale Papaya, and Polished Pink. And for this second card, we also will be using the Forever Fern Stamp set. And for the sentiment, we're going to use this Thank You for Everything out of the Color and Contour stamp set. And for the colors for that, we will be using the Crumb Cake, Evening Evergreen, and Soft Succulent. So let's get started. So we're going to start with this card here. Sorry. And for that card, we're going to need a piece of garden green cardstock cut at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And then we also need a piece of basic white cardstock cut at 4 7/8 and 3 by 5 1/8. You can put that away. Move that. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is from our Forever Fern set, we're going to use this little stamp right here. So we have that there, and we're going to put it on there. All right, the first color we're going to use is the Old Olive. And we are going to stamp that up. Now you want to take this and just place it right in the middle. Or close to. Wait a minute. And a wipe. Going to set that aside. Next we need the Pale Papaya. Stamp that up really good. We're going to turn the stamp the other direction and place it fairly close to this first one. Stamp. And then we want the polished pink. And we're going to turn the stamp back upright again and stamp that way. We get a little bit of a rainbow effect going. Now you could do this card with all one color. You could do it with different shades of green. I'm just going to do a little bit of a rainbow look today. So next I'm using the Misty Moonlight. And we're going to turn it upside down again and stamp. Got it on my block. Wipe that off. And last, we're going to use the Fresh Freesia. Again, turning the leaf back upright and stamping. All right. Now we're going to use the Old Olive again, but this time we are going to put the little paint splatter dots on there. And that one comes in the Forever Fern Stamp set. And we're just going to stamp and then stamp again. And ink it up and stamp, turn in it, stamp again, stamp, turn it, stamp again. So just kind of to get it a different splatter effect. So, and then you can just kind of go and fill in here and there, just like that. Wipe that off. All right, and we'll get the thanks stamp from the Artistically ink set. Stamp that up. And we'll come down here in the right hand bottom corner and just stamp the word thanks. Like that. Clean that one. All right, now we're ready to put our card together. Just going to get a piece of the five and a half by 8.5. Yeah, and we're going to match up the corners. I'm sorry, I'm not green. Match up the corners. Run your finger down across, get your bone folder. Fine. Oops, I have ink on my mat. All right. A little bit of glue. And we're just going to center that. And we're going to take our panel that we just made. Same thing. Put a little glue. And center that. And we are done with our first card. Quick and easy. All right, set that one aside. Now on to our next card. The next card we're doing today is this one with a little wreath on it. It looks complicated, but it is not. So we're going to move that aside. So for this one, we need a piece of the Mary Marlowe at 5 1/8 by 3 7/8. And again, we need a piece of white cardstock at 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. And we're also going to use a little circle cut at 1 3/4 inch circle. All right. So the first thing we're going to do for this one is we're just going to put a little bit of temporary tape on there. We're going to stick this in the middle of our rectangle here. Now we're going to use this little stamp again from the Forever Fern. Oh, actually, you know what? Wrong. Actually, we're going to use this one that faces the other direction. I'm going to put that one back. And we're going to use that one. All right. So, first we're going to start with the Evening Evergreen. My circle's not good in the middle. Let's pull that off. Move that over. That's better. All right. So we're going to stamp this. We don't want to be straight up and down like that. We want our leaves going at a curve. So we're just going to turn this a little bit and we are going to stamp right like that. All right. So then we're going to go do the same thing over on the side. Give it a little turn and stamp. Going to do the same thing down here. Just give it a little turn and stamp. And Then the same thing on this side. Just give it a little turn and stamp. So there we have the start of our wreath. Get the color out. We're going to change colors now. And we're going to go to our crumb cake color. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're just going to go right beside the previous stamp and just stamp. Turn it a little bit and stamp. Turn a little bit and stamp. And turn a little bit and stamp. Wipe that off. And now we're going to go to the soft succulent. And we're going to repeat. Just moving in between those two. And stamping. And stamping. And the last one fits in right here. Oh, almost forgot. And to again put our little dots on there, and we're just gonna same thing, just kind of go around the outside of our wreath that we just made. Doing some little dots here and there. All right. Now we're going to peel this up. Hopefully my temporary glue comes off. There we go. Now for our sentiment, we're going to take the color and contour set, and we want the one that says, "Thank you for everything." So I'm going to take that out right here. Pull that one off. We're going to ink it up with the soft succulent. And just line it up in the middle and dip. Same thing, clean that off. Now, we're going to take the Mary Marlowe, and we just put some glue on this. Oops. And here we get our white cardstock base. Line up your corners like that. Thing, center that. And there you have it. 2 cards in under 15 minutes. What can be easier than that? So thanks for joining me today. And I'll see you back here for another card project very soon. Have a great day.